Welcome to Demystify Magic with Molly and Madison.
I'm Molly, a former skeptic turned full-time energy healer and teacher.
And I'm Madison, a born and raised witch running my family's crystal shop.
And we're here to explore all things woo through the lens of both science and spirituality so that you can find the moments of magic in your everyday life and create an intentional spiritual practice.
So if that's what you're into, find a cozy spot, take a deep breath, and let's demystify some magic. Howdy doody, friends.
A howdy doody friends day.
We are back with another installment of the Mundane Magic series.
Mundane Magic series.
Today, you will not be hearing from me because we are covering the laundry room. And one thing about me is I do not fuck with doing laundry.
You don't do laundry?
I mean, I do, but I don't have any good advice.
You were literally late to recording because you were doing laundry.
Well, I would not call putting the clothes that were supposed to be on my body on the wrinkle away setting doing laundry. Like, that was just getting dressed.
See, one thing about me, you won't catch me in a pair of clothes that wrinkles.
I'm not going to come to this audio program looking a mess because it impacts the quality of my work.
Okay, fair. That's your mundane magic, folks.
Mm-hmm. Wrinkle release, baby.
Yes, we're talking all about laundry, all the steps of laundry, every step about laundry, and the magic behind the space in your house where laundry happens.
Every step about laundry.
One thing about me, I'm not going to skip the laundry chapter.
We're talking about the laundry, folks.
One thing about me, I front-loaded this book with all the things you hate doing. I was like, first thing, mopping. Second thing, laundry. Third chapter, dishes.
Yep. We're just going to hit it hard. Mm-hmm. We're going to make you want to put this book down.
Speaking of books, you can pre-order Mundane Magic now wherever you get books or at Spellcrafter. And the links are in the description here. And we did set a date for our virtual book reading, book Q&A, book hang.
Virtual book tour event?
Yes, that's the thing we called it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So if you pre-order Mundane Magic from either Spellcrafter or the Healing Hedge Witch, you'll receive a Zoom link to hang out with us on February 21st, 2026 at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you don't receive that Zoom link immediately after purchase, that's because it will come to you in February. I don't want you to think that it's going to come immediately because I don't have that Zoom link made yet. I'm going to be real honest with you. That Zoom link will be made approximately 3 days before the event, and that will feel really prepared for me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But you'll receive it then.
The fact that we have something on the calendar in February is wild. We were like,
floored.
What day do you want to do? And I was like, my schedule is wide open right now. I don't know.
Too many options.
Yeah, I was like,
feeling nervous.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but we figured a Saturday afternoon, most people would be free to hang. And if not, you'll receive the replay.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll receive the book.
Yeah, honestly. And you'll support both of your besties on Demystify Magic at the same time. So why not?
Isn't that really what we're all here for?
Anyways,
you can find that link in the description. I'm really excited about it. As we record, we are both just I am seeing the cover for the first time. And you are all seeing the cover for the first time. And it's gorgeous and beautiful and excellent. And I'm really excited.
Yay.
But anyways.
Yay.
Before we dive into the laundry room, Molly, what was your magic moment this week?
My magic moment this week is a text you sent me this morning.
Say more.
So Madison and
I don't remember the text I sent you this morning.
Madison and I have an episode planned for the podcast, and it required reading several books.
Well, it required several books for Molly. We've girl bossed too close to the sun, and now Molly has to keep reading books until we find one that makes sense for us to talk about. I got very lucky in this very specific scenario in that the one that I got assigned to read was perfect. Molly's was not.
The first one that I read was the most easily accessible. So I wanted to find a book that was I could recommend that you could find. But the second one that I'm reading has been out of print for like 20 years. And so I had to buy it used. And I didn't think it would get in time because unbeknownst to me, I thought we were recording this episode today that required us to read all these books. And so on Saturday, I binge read a 359-page book, 10 of which pages of that book reference the material we're making the episode on. So I read this entire book and with my sticky notes ready, and I have like 3 sticky notes in it.
It's so funny. What I love is that you knew that I was so I was out of town this weekend. I was at a bachelorette party. And I like sent you a joking text about the fact that I was bringing the book to the bachelorette party. I did, just in case there was a moment. But I love the fact that you thought that I had read that book start to finish at a bachelorette party.
Well,
I
when
didn't
you said
touch
that,
it.
I was like, oh shit, I have to finish it by Monday. And so then Saturday night, I started the second book, which is also, it's like 250 pages. And I got like 100 pages in and I was like, this book is clearly going to be much better for what we need. I can't continue reading about this case. I can't. I was like so burnt out on it. I was just like, and it's like nitty gritty details, like absolutely like we're doing an episode on the Warrens. And so we wanted to read about the Warrens from 2 different perspectives. So I'm reading from like the more skeptical perspective. And so it's all these really nitty gritty where it's like they said this in this article, but then in this article they said this. And it's like all these like very micro details. I'm like pointing out inconsistencies. And I'm like,
honestly, it's probably for the best that you got stuck with the skeptical perspective. Because I would be like, we're not doing this episode. I can't live like this. I'm reading a book that Ed and Lorraine Warren like had input in. So should we just share what books we're reading? So in case people want to read along before.
Yeah.
I'm reading The Demonologist, The Extraordinary Career of Ed and Lorraine Warren by Gerard Brittle. Trigger warning. One of the forewords is written by a priest, and like they talk about paganism in a way that's like nasty, which like shouldn't be surprising to me because like Ed and Lorraine Warren used the power of like Jesus Christ or whatever to rid the demons, I think.
Stop, don't spoil it. I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Well, that's like their thing. I guess you've also never seen a single Conjuring movie.
I've read 459 pages and I have 3 sticky notes about the Warrens.
That's not a spoiler, I promise. Ed and Lorraine Warren being religious.
Okay.
We're going to have to watch the Conjuring movies after we do this.
Oh my God. So much research goes into this podcast, folks. The books that I'm reading, the first one that I read, which has 3 sticky notes in it, but to be fair, I had never heard of this case. It's by Rick Osuna. It's called The Night the DeFeos Died, Reinvestigating the Amityville Murders. Spoiler alert for murder and murder of children. Very graphic. The one that I'm reading now, which I think is better, still spoiler, like trigger warning, all the things, is by Stephen Kaplan. It's The Amityville Horror Conspiracy. It is out of print. I had to find it used. I did pay a stupid amount of money for it, but I do think it's better. And I'd never heard of the Amityville case. I'd heard of Amityville Horror as like a movie, but I didn't know anything about it. And so I think it was good that I read the first one because the amount of tedium in the details. I was like, I get it. I got it.
I'm really proud of you.
Anyways, my magic moment is last night I was feeling bad because I could not continue reading and I thought I was going to let my friend Madison down. And then I texted her last night and I was like, did you finish the book? And then this morning I woke up to a text where she was like, no, I thought we were recording it next week. And I was like, oh, thank God.
You have so much time. I
know.
feel bad that you went through this weekend feeling that way. As I was
you
like,
knew I was binge reading it.
I thought that you were just really excited. I was like, wow, Molly's really into the Warrens. Like, because you weren't saying like, oh my God, I'm really going to cut it close to the wire for Monday. You know, like you were just like, I'm 250 pages in. I was like, wow, this girl is really into it. Like,
no, I'm not into it. I'm so tired of this case.
Well, I'm glad you can take a couple days to,
yes,
reacclimate before you dive back in. As I'm like, lead, drinking a martini by the pool.
Anyways, what was your magic moment?
My magic moment is the bachelorette party that I went on this past weekend. So I've talked about how all my college friends live in Atlanta, and it was one of those friends, she's getting married. And I have never been to a bachelorette party before. I don't either. Like, my friends who are married are like already married before I meet them, or like my friends are not really having weddings, you know, and like not doing like the big things. My best friend Jeff, he'll have a bachelor party probably that I'll go on, but this was like probably my one bachelorette, and so I had no like preconceived ideas of what it was supposed to be like, but I was very nervous because it's my sweet friend Brandy, who is like one of the most wonderful people, has so many friends from like so many different walks of life. It was going to be a lot of different groups, so a lot of people I didn't know, and it's like my friends from this very particular period of my life. They're my sorority sisters. That's how I met Brandy, is in my sorority, and I am very different than how I was perceived in my sorority. And so I was just like having some anxiety around being around like a lot of quote unquote normal people. You know, like it's all my sorority sister friends. Brandy's like this beautiful bleach blonde, like we're at Seashells and Wedding Bells, and I show up with my purple hair and I'm covered in tattoos. And I run a witchcraft store. And there was just this really, I said this to her the last night of the trip, like it really healed something in me. Every time somebody would ask me what I did for a living and I would start to tell them, Brandy would like have a sixth sense, and she would run over and she would say verbatim, like exact quote, "This is my friend Madison. She's a witch. She's not going to tell you, but she's absolutely fucking killing it. Has she told you about her podcast?" Like fully kind of embarrassing, but like in the sweetest way, where I know in my logical brain that my friends are never going to be embarrassed of me. Like these are people who I love, who love me, have loved me for the last 10 years. I knew that it wasn't going to be weird, but still, like, I can't help but I have a lot of social anxiety, if you guys haven't noticed about me. And to have that, like, be a complete non-issue, to never have a moment of embarrassment or fear or, like, someone thinking it's weird or, like, you know, even, like, the secret fear that maybe Brandy's embarrassed or whatever. Like, none of that. And I just had a really good time. It was good to, like, let loose a little bit. In a way that I don't normally. I haven't like been to a bar in who knows how long. Like I have not had a night out. It was like a theme, and I really thought I would hate like the traditional bachelorette stuff. Like there's, you know, little sticks with printouts of her fiance's face on it, and I was living carrying those things around, like truly like walking down the street like a bottle girl, like bouncing them as if they're bottles of champagne. Like we wrote our grocery list on the back of one and took it to Publix.
Adorable.
It was really, really fun. Just had I don't know, it was lovely. I think there's like a very particular kind of magic that comes around like being with people who have known you through many phases of life and who you've known for a long time. Like there's just that immediate like comfort and like joy that comes with it. And I just was feeling very lucky.
I love that. I love that for you.
That's why my voice sounds like this today. If you're wondering what the fuck is wrong with me, it's that I was letting loose a little bit.
It sounds mostly normal. If you had not pointed it out, I don't know if we would have
Thank you.
said anything.
Yesterday was really bad. I was like, ooh, I sound ill, but I'm not ill. All right. Let's jump into the laundry room of it all. So we've written out our little mantras for you. For every room, your mantra for the laundry room, which is the portal of renewal. With every wash, I release the past and welcome fresh beginnings.
Yes. I really do see this laundry room as like, I've stopped seeing laundry as a chore and more of like a transmutation of energy. Like I really think one of the things that I settled into when I was writing this is thinking about how the clothes that you wear are a form of manifestation. And one of the stories that I tell in the book is like when I was working in a job that I really was like draining the life out of me. And I was dreaming of, you know, doing this for work and doing this full time, but I wasn't quite there yet. One of the manifestation practices that I did was literally like sitting and imagining, okay, you work for yourself. It's Monday morning. You're getting up to record your podcast. What are you wearing? You know, what is the thing that I reach for that is like my uniform in the life that I literally am living right now? I'm literally wearing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you know, leggings and a sports bra and like a funny t-shirt or something like cozy sweats or something. And obviously I had like a job, so I couldn't just like wear that to work.
I wish you had, though.
I started to pull elements of it into work. So it was like, if I had a Zoom meeting and I could work from home, I had leggings on and then, you know, my work top.
Mm-hmm.
Or I started wearing sports bras under my work tops. And I was like, fuck the underwire. We're done with underwire. Threw all my underwire bras away. And I was like, this is what we're wearing now. I stopped buying clothes of like, you know how like if you have a job, I don't know if you know this, but maybe some of our listeners will resonate with this. But I used to do this thing when I had a job that I would buy clothes for my off time that was like a whole different personality. So I had like Molly at work clothes, and then I had Molly not at work clothes, and then I had the clothes that I actually enjoyed wearing. And I was like, why the fuck do I have all these different silos? So it was like, I started to buy, like when I was buying clothes for all these different parts of Molly, I was like, okay, what are the elements? Like my work pants were stretchy, you know, so they felt like leggings. And my clothes that I wore not at work were in alignment with who I saw myself as and what I wanted to wear eventually. And so eventually it just kind of became this embodiment of who I wanted to be. And that's really what I see laundry as, honestly, is this opportunity to kind of like create the person that you want to create in your chore. And so a lot of the tasks in the laundry room chapter are around like releasing and welcoming in who you want to be. And it's one of my favorite chapters because you'd think like, okay, how can you make a whole chapter about laundry room? You got like washing and drying and folding. Boom. That's the whole chapter. But when I reached out to y'all and I said, what are the tasks you avoid related to laundry? Oh boy, did I get a list of things that I didn't even expect. So I'm excited to kind of share some of the lesser known laundry tasks that I think, at least for me, have made this, you know, I always say folding laundry is my kryptonite. And these tasks have really helped make it less arduous and painful for me.
Yeah, can I just say, I really love this Uno reverse on the phrase, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Like, I always have envisioned that phrase to mean, like, if you are, like, a lower level employee, like, I picture it very in a corporate world. Like, if you're a lower level employee and you want to be the CEO, you dress like the CEO, you know, like, you wear the nice clothes. I love the idea of, like, oh, I have this job, I'm in this corporate world, but I want this other life, bringing like the equal opposite of that.
Yeah, is
first of all so brilliant, and also like kind of funny to imagine of like, oh no, I'm not seeking to dress up, I'm seeking to dress down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was like, it was so freeing too, because I was like, why am I wearing these shoes that hurt my feet? I'm just gonna wear sneakers. And you know what, I had a job that I could get away with that, and nobody noticed. Also, like, I've notoriously never been a good dresser. There's a reason why I don't do like clothing hauls on Instagram, because like I don't know how to dress myself. I wear activewear 99% of the time, and the other 1% of the time I'm probably uncomfortable. So
yeah,
that's just me though. Some fun tools and rituals you can do. So I wanted to start off with one of my favorite practices in the entire book, and it was actually inspired by this podcast. I think I wrote this right around the time we launched the pendulum episode. I cannot remember, but it's one of my favorite illustrations in the entire book. This is me trying to flip to find it. There we go. But in the book, we talk about how you can use your pendulum to find lost socks.
Love it.
And we have like the dust bunnies, or the illustration is the dust bunnies, which are a character throughout the whole book, are like using this makeshift pendulum that they made out of like a flosser and like a bottle cap to like find the sock in the map of the house. It's so cute. But I wanted to put this in here because one of the maxims in the book is how you do anything is how you do everything, which we say all the time. And so if you start using your pendulum as a tool to find something like a lost sock where you have very little, like, you know, we're not talking the sentimental sock that you lost. We're talking like, you know, the gym sock that you're trying to find so you have a matching set to go to the gym. When you use a pendulum for this type of task, it takes the pressure off that tool and it takes the pressure off your intuition. And so when we do something like this with low pressure and we put our heart and soul into it and we just approach it with curiosity and playfulness, then our intuition actually becomes stronger. And then when we use our pendulum for something that's, you know, quote unquote more important, like say, should I take this job or should I go this direction? Then we have more trust in our innate ability to hear the wisdom that's within us. And so I wanted to introduce that kind of as a playful opportunity to explore and to really get out of your head with it. And so, you know, you hold your pendulum just like you would hold a dead mouse by its tail. Mm-hmm. Notorious.
You hold it just like you would hold a dead mouse in a paper towel as far as you can from your body, inside a trash bag, in your backyard, just like you'd hold a mouse.
You hold it by the tail. And I also give examples of how you can use anything as a pendulum. So you could use a necklace, or someone told me that in a pinch, they use a piece of their hair and their wedding ring. And I was like, I love that.
Excellent. No notes.
Yeah. Or you could use your phone charger, right? Like anything that has a heavier weight and a dangly bit is going to be great. Those are technical terms, by the way, dangly bit. Mm-hmm. You could look that up in your common witch dictionary and see that. And then you ask your pendulum, you know, show me yes, show me no, and see which way it swings. We have a whole episode about the science behind how pendulums work, if you haven't listened to that yet. And then you play, I kind of think of it as like hot and cold. So you could be like, you could ask your pendulum, is it behind the washer, and see if it says yes or no? Is it under the washer? Is it in the back of my closet? And ask it specific, you know, rooms in the house. Is it in the kitchen? Is it in the living room, etc.? Or what I like to do is, am I getting warmer? Am I getting warmer? Am I getting warmer? And see it swing yes or no. And often it will swing faster as you get warmer and warmer and warmer. And then when it starts to swing really fast, you can hunt around that area. And it's just a very fun, like, silly, low pressure way to build your relationship to your pendulum, but also to build your relationship with your intuition. So that is all in this chapter. And then if you can't find your sock, I do have a page and a half of magical ways to use a single sock. So either way, you win.
Everything is, listen, no detail left behind.
No detail left behind. Yeah. And, you know, magical ways you can use lint from your dryer and all that stuff. Like I had so much fun just seeing the laundry room or the space that you do laundry as like this, you know, corner of magic, really. And this space where you can really just like expand your intuition in ways that you maybe didn't even realize.
Yeah. I do love that. The pendulum with finding a sock thing, so a lot of people, when they ask questions like that, they'll start with like, is the grass green? Is the sky blue? To like establish a level of like trust and like verification with the pendulum. I love turning that into like something. I feel like that builds trust very situationally of like, okay, I start every session with like, is the sky blue? Is the grass green? Mm-hmm. And then move into whatever I'm asking. I love this practice as a way to build long-term trust with divination tools, period. Because if you build up that, like, you strengthen that muscle of using that thing and trusting, and the more it works, the more it reinforces, and the more it works, the better it works next time, then it makes it easier to not only trust the pendulum, but to trust your tarot cards, or to trust your tea leaf reading, or to just like trust your intuition, period. Because like we talk about in the Science of Pendulums episode, like who you're really talking to most often like is your higher self. And so it gives you access to like your unconscious memories of where you left the thing or where it, you know, where it fell behind the washer or whatever, like the parts of you that see things that your conscious brain doesn't like latch onto. It not only creates more trust in divination, but it creates more trust in yourself. And I think that's really beautiful.
Totes my goats.
Hundo P.
Tell me about how you can work with the house spirit in the laundry region. What's your idea here?
I was really thinking about this. So what I do in general to like make myself do laundry is this is like the period of time where I'll either like put on the show I really want to watch or I'll listen to music that I really want to listen to, like full volume dance party in my house. And if you're looking to connect with or acknowledge or work with the house spirit or your house spirit, then I say like go for the dance party, like raising the energy of your space through music, through dance, through like whatever it is that like brings you a lot of joy. So if it is a television show, like go for it. I used to, when Love Island was on, I would only let myself, if there was laundry to be done, I would only let myself watch Love Island if I was doing laundry. And that like gives me excitement and joy and motivation. And that raises the energy of your space. And that higher energy is almost like an offering to the spirit of your house. And so when you're doing laundry, like especially if you hate to do it, and this can be true for any, like whatever your least favorite chore is here, you can sub this in as well. Raising the energy of your space as much as possible through whatever means of joy you most connect with, then like brings the house spirit into that space, and then you get to communicate because that spirit's most attracted to that high energy.
Have you read my book?
Not yet.
Okay, because that
famously haven't gotten to read it yet. Famously, no arc on my doorstep.
I don't even have an arc on my doorstep.
I get it. No arcs exist yet. I have not been excluded. Oh, if I had been excluded from the arc delivery, just know you'd all be hearing about it.
But I was going to say, one of the things that I struggle most with doing laundry is remembering to flip it from the washer to the dryer.
Oh, yeah. Big one.
I have to rewash so many loads of laundry because they just sit, and then I'm like, what is that weird smell in my like in my hallway? My laundry room is in my upstairs hallway, like around all the bedrooms, and I'm like, kind of stinks in here.
Kind of stinky. What could possibly be the cause?
So one of the examples that I put in the book that I now use is to make yourself a laundry playlist.
Oh, I love that.
So figure out how long it takes your washer and your dryer to do the thing. And then for the washer, songs that feel cleansing, right? And then switch to, you know, your dance party music or whoever you want to be, like what that energy you want to create in your life, who you want to embody while your clothes are drying. It will infuse that energy into the clothes. And then when you're folding, my favorite thing is folding affirmations into your clothes. So really, you could come up with one affirmation or you could do a different one for every single piece of clothing. But as you're folding, really think about folding that energy into each of those articles of clothing. And I do have a laundry folding enchantment meditation that will walk you through how to do this. I'll leave it linked in the description of this episode. You can download it for free. If you got the clutter crushing charm last time, it's in the same download, so you already have access to it, but it's so good. It's so good. I've especially heard from a lot of parents. They do this with their kids' clothing.
So cute.
Yeah. And it made it like, you know, if you're the person responsible for folding the household laundry, I do this with the towels, and it somehow like makes it easier to like fold other people's stuff.
Yeah, it's like you're doing them a nice thing by
it's like a gratitude stuff. It becomes like a little gratitude practice where I'm like, oh yeah, I do love this person even when they have 52 t-shirts that I have to fold.
Yeah. I've never done another person's laundry. That's my hard line in the sand. We are a 2-hamper house.
We are also a 2-hamper house, but my husband will notoriously just pick laundry out of the basket and never put it away, which is fine, except for the fact that we have a very small bedroom. And so if he has 2 or 3 baskets of laundry, I no longer have an empty basket for me to pick clothes out of.
Yeah.
And I can't walk around the room. So at some point, it needs to be done.
No, Drew loves to do laundry. It's his favorite chore. Won't do mine, lucky though. Bitch.
I'm so jealous. Yeah. Justin's favorite is mowing the lawn. And I would rather have the lawn just grow and just.
Yeah. Fuck it. Who cares? It's grass.
Well, I do. I know. But then there's going to be so many more frogs and ticks.
Yeah. That's, for you, that's fair. For you, that's fair.
So we trade laundry for mowing the lawn, and that's acceptable.
We'll take it.
Okay, your planetary day for the laundry room is Saturn. Saturn is, the focus is on structure. And I feel like laundry is so tied to structure because it's really the foundation, right? Like if I wake up and I don't have clean underwear, the whole day is ruined.
Yeah, it's fucked.
If I go into my bedroom and there's clothes everywhere, like I'm not going to sleep well. And so I really see this as tied to that like boundaries, structure, getting shit done kind of energy of Saturn.
Mm-hmm. It really is a thing. Like I do my laundry.
Also, it's a good Saturday task.
Oh, I do it every Sunday.
Really?
And it is a good Saturday task though. Yeah. But if I don't do it, if I don't get it done on Sunday, it will take me the rest of the week. And then laundry just becomes a constant thing that I live within. And it's awful. So when you say it's the foundation, that is very resonant for me because it's the first thing when I'm not doing well, or like if I'm sick or if I'm not, if I'm having a tough time, it's the first thing to go.
Yeah. If I'm traveling.
Mm-hmm. And it starts just the fucking downslide of my house. Like laundry goes and then dishes go and then I'm not cleaning the counters and then I'm, just laying on the couch praying for somebody to just come and handle it.
Yeah, I think about like when I skip laundry, where does the laundry collect? Like I literally, and this is me recording on a Monday morning when I did not do laundry this weekend because I was reading 1,000,000 pages
about the Warrens, but not really.
I was binging those books so hard I didn't get a chance to do laundry this weekend, and so
I'm really sorry.
That's okay. So I had laundry on the floor of my office. I had laundry in the hallway. I had laundry on the floor of my bedroom, in the bathrooms. I had socks on the kitchen floor. I had the sweatpants that I sat on the frog with the other day. Those are still in the dining room. And then there's like towels.
The frog is
from
fine.
The
the frog lived, if you were curious.
The frog lived. The frog is fine. We talked about it on Patreon if you want to see the whole frog extravaganza. It was very traumatizing to me, but frogs won't leave me alone. And I just had laundry all over the house. So this morning I had to run around and I had to collect laundry, which is another mundane magic task that you can do. Would you like to learn how to make collecting laundry more magical?
Please.
Imagine if you were like, nah.
No, my laundry always goes in the hamper.
Really?
No.
Oh, well, if it does, when was the last time you cleansed your hamper?
So mine has like a fabric insert. I wash that bitch every once in a while.
Yeah. I wash that with the full moon.
And that's when I'm really fucking going for it.
Yes. Okay, so I really love to I have the hamper with the fabric, but then I have plastic baskets. And so every once in a while, and by that I mean it's usually like a solstice equinox ritual for me, is I light an incense stick or I ring a bell over it and cleanse the energy of those physical baskets. And sometimes I'll take like a little wipe and wipe it down because, physical cleaning is also cleansing. But once you do that, then all of a sudden you have the momentum to start to unload the dryer. And then maybe you fold your intentions in And then before you know it, you have this momentum to go around your space and collect all the laundry and start to notice how just doing that starts to shift the energy in all areas of your space. Again, the structure of your space, the Saturn energy, it impacts everywhere. So even if all you do today is pick up the socks from your living room and pick up the old towels from your bathrooms, that is creating this momentum in your space.
Yeah, totally.
Love it.
Hundo P.
The element that I am assigning to laundry is water, because I do think it has this transmutation effect. Like I said, it's like we wear the clothes out of the house, we pick up other people's energy, and then we transmute it through the laundry into, the energy of who we want to become. And then we fold the intentions into it. It's this very like fluid energy that is with our clothes, and laundry also involves water typically. So that felt like an easy win there. Yeah.
And the chakra that we've assigned to the laundry room is sacral, which I think has the same kind of like, I see the sacral chakra as very transmutational, because it's like literally the place where life can be created for those who choose to do so,
Yeah. And its correspondence is with water. So sacral chakra is all about creativity and passion, which is why I love the playlist idea, because when you can start to infuse some of that creative energy into the task, then it becomes so much easier to get done. It feels more fluid when you're doing it, rather than something that I often can feel like when I'm not in the right headspace, laundry can feel like resistance because it's never fully done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always in a state of becoming. And that can feel really frustrating if you're someone who likes to check something off a list, because you're like, oh, great, I just folded 15 baskets of laundry and now I'm getting ready for bed and I have dirty clothes to put in the hamper or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we can see when we add this element of creativity, of playfulness, of that go with the flow kind of water element, then we can see this fluid state of laundry not as, an obstacle, but more as the path, right? Like how can we be okay with who we're becoming and who we're trying to be and what we're trying to create, even if we're not there yet?
Yeah. Oof. Excellent little real life comparison.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so for some deep magic, and again, if you want a weekly chore chart around the planets, kind of hearkening back to our planetary episode corresponding with the days of the week, we have one of those on Patreon. We're continuing to add to it every time we release a new episode, but so far the bones of it are looking real good.
Looking pretty good.
Looking real good, if I do say so myself.
Big fan.
But some deep magic. So these are things you could do: full moon, new moon, equinox. Maybe not things you have to do every day or every week, but want to keep up with to make your life easier, to make those daily rituals easier. The full moon, again, great for releasing, cleansing. I love a declutter. Declutter the clothes that you are not wearing, that are just sitting in the back. I love to do this. Okay, this is my truth. When you leave folding laundry until the very last minute and you have so much laundry that you feel like you don't have clothes because your drawers are almost empty?
Yep.
Before you put your laundry away and fold your laundry, declutter what's left.
Yes, because those are the things that you have not touched in at least a week. For sure. Yes. That's my favorite thing to do. And that's really like, it's those moments where I can really see what is left behind. Like when the closet gets to that place of like, it's more empty hangers than shirts. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's the only time I see the t-shirts that I haven't worn since college, you know, that I look at and I'm like, why are you still here taking up space? Like I have no interest in wearing this. It does not spark joy, as Marie Kondo would say. Like it's time for you to go.
The underwear drawer and the socks drawer. Because I know you have favorites in both those drawers. Why are you keeping the ones that you never, ever, ever wear?
The ones that you put on, you're like, oh, this is just a little uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. I will tell you, one of the greatest gifts I ever gave myself is I stopped wearing underwear that I did not love. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying they're sexy panties. I'm saying most of these are granny panties, but they are soft. They are comfortable. They do not pinch me anywhere. They fit great. They look great. And I don't have a single pair of underwear that doesn't fit that category.
Yeah.
It's It's changed my life. Because when you wear a pair of underwear that's just slightly too small, it's all you think about all day.
It's all you think about. And it like does really impact my quality of life.
And then you get to the bottom of the drawer and you're like, great, I have to wear those underwear again, or I have to do laundry.
Yes.
Like that is a double-edged sword you should never have to face.
Yes. I've been slowly but surely like cycling out the underwear that does not spark joy and like waiting for sales and like buying nice underwear. And it is really like, I can't help but say that it's life-changing. It really is.
Same with socks. Like as someone who has blisters on the back of both my heels for my long run this weekend, every time I go to run and I'm like, oh, fuck, my good socks aren't clean. I'm like, I don't want to run. And so I got to get more good socks.
Gotta have more good socks.
Yeah.
I was almost convinced to buy a $40 pair of compression socks this weekend.
I will tell you, one of my magic moments, you remember, was compression socks. You don't need to spend $40, but they are fantastic. And I do forget I own them. So I will be putting those on ASAP.
Good.
So good full moon task. Good new moon task to prepare to take action is organizing your laundry supplies.
Love that too. Because that's something I do not fucking do.
Yeah, getting some moon water, getting some Florida water to hang out with the rest of your soaps.
Yeah, so they can just all commingle together with the spirit of the house.
Yeah, yes. I am someone, I have very sensitive skin, and so I can't use fragrancy like laundry soap or anything like that. So if you do, like you can pick a scent based on their intention. What I do is I just draw a sigil on the outside of the container that my little laundry pods are in.
Yeah.
And that's my go-to. And then a little bit of Florida water. If I have a particularly stinky load, like towels or like workout gear, a little bit of white vinegar is going to help banish energy, but also help with the stink.
And something that I've started to do in my house that might be helpful, I don't know if it's in the book, but creating like almost mini altars in those spaces. Like I hate when I do my laundry and I think about, oh, I want to put a little bit of Florida water in here. I hate having to walk across the house to get my Florida water. And so I'm sitting here thinking like, why don't I just decant a little bit of Florida water into another container and keep that with my stuff, or just buy a small one. Like I buy the big guy.
That's
of
what
Florida
I have.
Water. Just buy the little 4-ounce bottle and keep it next to your thing. And then you'll never forget because it's right next to the soap.
That's what I do. And then I refill it from my big guy.
Yeah. Like just have multiples of the things that you use in the areas where you use them, you know?
Yeah, it's so helpful. I have a Florida water underneath my kitchen sink because that's where I keep like my mopping stuff. I have one in my laundry room and I have one in my office. And that's where my Florida water lives.
Yeah. Because if that's where you use it, then that's what makes sense. We don't need to run right around looking for our stuff because then, you know, I'll leave it in the laundry room. And then when I'm looking to use it to fill up Gilbert,
your vacuum,
then I'm screwed. Oh, yeah. If you didn't listen to last week's episode, I have a robot vacuum who also mops and his name is Gilbert.
Really important. Really important. Another one that's really great for either new moon or full moon. This is actually one of the tasks in the book that like when I think about the ones that I'm most proud of, the ones where I just felt where it's truly deeply channeled from like source, not even from my brain, it's this one. It's using the task of stain removal as a banishing spell.
I love it. So good.
So good. So you take your, whatever you use to remove your stains, like your little Tide stick or whatever, and as you're running over the stain with it, going counterclockwise to banish, and then stating either out loud or in your head what you want to remove. So any and all unwanted energies, leave my space now, or I banish something specific and ask that the universe support me in blocking it or blocking them from returning, and using that as your mantra while you are eliminating that stain. Also, remember that I know a lot of you aren't going to need to hear this, but some of you will. If the stain won't come out fully, that doesn't mean your spell didn't work. You are the magic, and sometimes clothing stains for mundane reasons. So it's another really good one to release the need for a tangible outcome when it comes to your spell work.
Yeah, for sure.
Another solstice equinox deep magic is storing your off-season clothing. So we talked about last episode putting away your seasonal decorations, like your Christmas blanket that is still sitting on my couch, but also like your Christmas sweaters, or, you know, if you have holiday themed underwear or socks or bow ties or whatever, or even if it's, you know, seasonal, like here we do have mostly 4 seasons. And so I put my winter jackets away, or I wash my winter jackets, cleanse the energy off them, and then store them away for the season. Or take out your bathing suits, you know, go through them. Which ones are you actually going to wear this year? Donate the rest of them. But kind of doing that deeper purge of like the seasonal clothing, and then storing the things that you're going to want next season or next year. Yeah. On the solstice or the equinox, as a way of welcoming in that new energy.
I need to find a way to do this because famously I get about 10 days of winter, but you wouldn't know that based on my sweater collection. You would think that I was in Maine with Molly, and I just need a better solution because I'm like working through it right now. If there's just so many sweaters that just don't need to be there.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, like I don't need to be looking at them in August.
I mean, you could. It is cold inside in Florida.
Yeah, but Drew and I share a closet.
Oh, yeah. Drew takes up like 90% of that closet.
And it's all band merch.
Okay, the thing about Drew is, I feel like I can say this because I lived with him for like 4 days. So now,
and he doesn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah. That man hangs up his t-shirts.
He hangs everything.
His t-shirts.
He's very wrinkle averse. He like irons everything so okay, here's Drew's getting ready routine. This is why it takes Drew
irons.
And I. Listen.
Fill your iron with moon water if you iron. So
he first chooses his outfit. Usually we both do a little fashion show of like, should I wear this with these pants or this with these pants? You know, like we go through. Drew also cares a lot about what he wears because he thinks that men's fashion is terrible. Like he hates men's clothes and he hates to be basic. And so it's like we are very cognizant. He uses that manifestation without knowing that that's what he's doing. Like he is very cognizant of that your clothes are who you are, whatever. So he picks out his outfit and then he puts it in the dryer on the wrinkle release setting. And then he takes it out of the dryer and he inspects it for like any remaining wrinkles. And then he pulls out his mini ironing board and his iron that sits on his bedside table. That's how often he uses it. And he irons the rest of the wrinkles out of the clothes.
My truth is I don't even own an iron.
And it is a ritual. Like,
I kind of love that for him.
I do too. Oh, this is not me like being shady at all. It's a level of, because then there's me covered in cat hair.
Yeah.
Clothes are wrinkled. Like, just don't give a fuck. My go-to phrase is, the humidity will de-wrinkle it. Like, I'm like, I'll just go outside. And it kind of works. But like, he literally like lint rolls me every time I leave the house. It's like very cute and sweet.
I love that.
And it's a quality that I admire a lot in him, and that he's like very cognizant of how he presents, where I'm like, yeah, I'm just here.
I'm the same. Yeah, I am the same. I am a roll out of bed. I don't own, nor do I wish to own, a iron. But if you do iron, there is a part in the book that can make it magical for you.
And don't worry, you can talk to Drew about it.
Yeah. Yes.
So the crystals we've got are fluorite to clear stagnant energy and bring order to the chaos. Clear quartz is great for amplification and purification. So especially keep your clear quartz with you when you're folding those intentions into your clothes. And then smoky quartz for deep release, grounding, any kind of letting go. So a great crystal to have with you while you're doing that stain removal banishing. And I would keep smoky quartz like on top of the dryer.
Yeah. Or with your laundry detergent.
Yes, totally.
Or in your hamper.
And you know what?
Sometimes I forget to take crystals out of my pocket. They go through the wash. and everyone's like, oh no, I broke my crystal. No, you didn't. No, you just infused your laundry with that intention.
Exactly.
I wouldn't make a habit out of it, but
if it's not water soluble, if it's water safe, who am I to say?
Who am I to say? Who am I to say that thing banging around in there? That's sound cleansing too.
Exactly. Double whammy.
Double whammy.
All right.
Did we do it?
I think we did the laundry room. What are we doing next? What's next on our list?
Next up is the kitchen.
Ooh, I'm excited about this one. I have thoughts and feelings about the kitchen.
Kitchen's one of my favorites. One of my least favorite places to clean, but my favorite place to add magic to the day.
Yeah. Same.
So
honestly,
as a reminder, make sure you're subscribed so that you hear the rest of the series. If you want to pre-order Mundane Magic, first of all, I love you. There are links to pre-order down in the show notes, including a link to Spellcrafter if you want to join the virtual event. And if you want to get the chore chart by the planetary days, you can join our Patreon at demystifymagic.com.
And we will see you next week.
Okay, love you. Bye. Thanks for listening to Demystify Magic with Molly and Madison. If you want to learn more about us, you can find all our links in the show notes.
We'd love to know what you think of today's episode, so drop us a review or give us a shout out on social media. And don't forget to let us know your magical moment of the week. Okay, love you. Bye.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. From streaming to shopping, Prime helps you get more out of your passions. So whether you're a fan of true crime or prefer a nail-biting novel from time to time, with services like Prime Video, Amazon Music, and fast free delivery, Prime makes it easy to get more out of whatever you're into or getting into. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to learn more.